Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today this is a new tutorial on how to make a ball core. Because, well, a lot of you, well, only one of you begged me a lot to make this video. I will make it because, I don't know, why not? So we will be going over 3 types of cores that I personally used or I personally use, and we can get started. So the first one is like the Blocky one. It doesn't use anything too complicated. It's basically just a blocky ball. Let me just build like a prototype. Yeah, that's basically your core right now. Also, the best thing about this type of core is that it's really easy. You can easily anchor it, so you place like an anchor block inside, and you can paint it whatever you want, like this. And the best option would be if you had neon for this one, because then it looks just way cooler. So this is just the cores, and then at the end of the video I will show you how to make those cool effects. There should be like timestamps so you can see, you can skip to the cool effects. So yeah, that's basically it for this core. Or you can also basically make a ball core out of these half balls. But I don't recommend using it because it's kind of blank. It doesn't look pretty nice, but it's usable. You can use it. Or if you want to be more advanced, you can like raise it up and put something inside. Now that's solely on you. I'm not going to make a tutorial on how to lock stuff, but yeah. And also, if you want to make this core a little bit better, you can put maybe like a motor. Also maybe like raise it a bit, like a motor right here. So it's like, so it can like spin this way. It doesn't look that good, so that's why I don't recommend making this core. This is basically what all people make with those like really simple cores. So it's really easy and it looks pretty ugly. Let's move on. This is the second core that I use personally a lot. I use it in like 4 of my cores, and it's basically a trail core, which is basically the holy grail of all cores. It's just trails. So you put a motor like this, and you put trails like this on the inside, and then you place snow pipes. If you don't have snow pipes, then use smoke pipes. But I recommend using snow pipes. But I place them like this, so they all point in different directions. Now this isn't actually connected, so you also place them on like the side, like this. And that's basically all. That's your core. But also, I'm gonna erase it. Put like an 0 transparency compress block that you will connect to the core itself, like this. And then you can extend it like outwards, somewhere outside or inside, but it needs to be connected to another motor. And then you put one down so it's like leveled, and then you put the motor. Because if you put it up here, it would just rotate and spin out of control, and it wouldn't look nice. So we put it like here. And then we anchor it. And Also, the good settings for the trail is like, I don't know, for me it's left alt, you can use any keybind you want. Lifetime 4, transparency 0, and powered off. Well, for the snow pipes, length, it depends on how much you want it to spread actually. Size, I recommend putting it like from 0.25 to like, yeah, 4. I'll put it right here. Transparency to 0.1 and spread to around 0, but I will put it on a bit. And then powered off. Maybe like, I have left shift as a shockwave keybind, so you can put your own too. And I will put it on like this. Yeah. And for the motors, if you can make it like manual, so you can manually speed it up and slow down like this. Right, powered, toggle and velocity, speed 1. Like this. Look, it's slow, it's faster, slow, 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 slow. And you can like change the speeds however you want. Or you can put a constant speed, which I recommend being around like 8 to 15 speed, because if you go above like 30 speed, then the ball isn't that cool and smooth. Also, I recommend like putting both motors at a different speed so they don't like be in a loop. Yeah, look at this. It will start forming and it will like move in different shapes. Also, if you recolor all of them, it will look way better than this. Also the smoke. Also, if you want to have like a shield in a core game, or basically every core game that exists probably has a shield, you can put like a trail out here. Put it on like 0.8 transparency, for example. And then when it spins, you can put it on. It will form like a shield. Oh, it's scratching the ground, but that's alright. And then you make the car. Yeah. Maybe make the transparency a bit bigger. Looks kind of cursed right now. But yeah, that's basically like the whole concept of the core. So this is the last core. It's basically the biggest one. You place a first motor, and you place 2 more on each side. And then on the you place like trails on it, and the same trails on the other side. Now you can make them as long as you want, but every time you end them like this, in this weird little shape. And you can also add the smoke pipes or snow pipes or whatever you want to make sure it doesn't collide with the motors, so it can spin. This is kind of a compact design, but you can make it way bigger and better. So this is basically the wall design. If you encounter this thing where you can't really make it spin, look like this. You can't really make it spin because of the smoke pipes. I just recommend like putting the compressed block like this, and then just connecting it with the text like this. So now you basically have it, and you can theoretically use it like this, or you can also extend it out like the previous core, and put a motor right here and anchor it. Now the settings for the trails will stay the same, just like this, without power. The smoke pipes are the same, like length, size, transparency, spread, unpowered. And the motors, they are a bit more tricky, but it's basically the same. Now for this one, I recommend having it's just toggled, and the speed is around like 10. You can put it on. You can put it on every single one. You can just put 10 speed or something like that, and it should work. Let me just. As you can see, I actually what I said before was untrue. I recommend setting the motors to each speeds so like the motors have different speeds, because it can create gaps like this and it looks really ugly. This one will be like 10. Now when we spin it, it will fill up the whole core, so it's a perfect ball. And that's basically the last core. You can also like maybe like do the shock waves. Yeah, and this one is really good because it's simple and looks really good. And you can also resize it, make it way bigger than this, which is really good. Effect will be trails. Now this thing is the spinning trails around my cores. I won't probably show the video because I'm too lazy on editing, but you're probably, if you watched my videos, you probably know what I'm doing, but right now I'm going to show it to you. So just place like a motor and a trail, and you will easily connect them with compress blocks. You can set them to 0, to distance to 0, like this, and that's basically it. Now you can duplicate this and have 2, like I do. I recommend like placing it 2 blocks afar and then putting it on the other side. But let me. Now, how do we like do the angles? So we put the angle lock at the same level as the motor, like this, and then we just lock them together. And I do that by putting these compress blocks under it and then connecting them with a text sign. You can of course do it like in another way, but make sure that they lock together. So I will make a simple compress tower, and I'll also connect it with the texts like this. Also make sure that it's like set to 0. Yeah, and that's basically it. So now you just launch. But also the settings for the trails and motors. I recommend having it like 2 lifetimes or 1.5. It doesn't need to be too much. And the motor to be like toggle and velocity, like this. So you can change the speeds however you want. And I also recommend like putting it on neon material if you have neon. Or glass. I will use in neon. Also the angles are however you want, but I personally use like 20, 21. Also make sure like the angles are different. So this is -20, this one is -20, and this one is 20. So they like vary and don't overlap, and it will look something like this. Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. Also make sure to set them at no collision so they don't collide with the core. And basically you just clip them, you just compress them into the core, and it will look like 10 times better. So that's a really good effect. So if you want to make your core way better, then I recommend adding Sparklerss at like 12. You can maybe like put the Sparklerss instead of the actual smokers, like this. Yeah, look, and it will be connected, and then it will, once it spins, it will have like a really cool particle effect, like in my newest core, like a core game remake core. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching. this is basically the first actual video that I'm voicing over or just like talking to. If you have any suggestions, more suggestions, you can put it into the comments. I will probably do it. But right now, I have quite a lot of stuff to do because the school is ending for me. But I think I'll manage it. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, please, because I would be really happy. And we are almost at 500 subscribers, so please, and see ya.